Don't worry, guys. This is me getting it all done on the spot.
Listen, as I'm leaving, I heard what you said. No, you cannot say that in 2024. What the fuck is wrong with you?
The chat already told me. Yes, and for those of you who are still here, get ready because Ken will be streaming the DSP and Boogie interview, which Boogie did confirm will be going on tomorrow. He confirmed today he will be on DSP's Level 1 podcast tomorrow. So if you want to watch Ken and potentially Zeph, he will be there. Are you going to be there with him, Ken? Or Zeph?
What time is it?
From 11:15 to 2:15. My whatever DSP's time is.
Probably. I can probably make that.
Yeah, okay. All right, guys. So, for those of you who do not know, allow me to give you just a small background on this, okay? If you don't know who Tipster is, you're about to get screwed over in life because no one should know who Tipster is. Tipster, if you don't know, is a massive Loli defender. He defended Keffels and Catboy Ranch. If you don't know what Catboy Ranch is, Catboy Ranch was a Discord where Keffels tried turning around and forcing or coercing young men into becoming trans. She also went ahead and tried getting minors fake HRT, homemade HRT shit. She also lied about like who was doxing her, all that type of stuff. Then Tipster decides to defend her. Then Tipster also decides to turn around and defend Vosh, who is very obviously a pedophile, who is into animals and children, and has said statements such as he cannot see a reason morally or legally as to why CP shouldn't be made or sold. That is Vosh. And if you don't know who Foodshops is a proud, open Loli enjoyer. Yeah, if you don't know what Loli is, it's animated CP.
Y'all can't see it, but I'm shaking my
Yeah, I was going to make a comment with lyrics, but decided against it. Space Lord and the Monster Magnet. Okay. All right, so we're almost an hour into this podcast, whatever the hell it is that they have. We're skipping practically an hour for two reasons. One, completely unnecessary, and two, they literally just talk about fucking animals. And I'm not saying as in fucking animals, I'm saying it as in fucking animals. Okay.
Y'all about to get a pretty visceral reaction out of me. I think you watched a little bit of this. I had no idea this existed. I wish it didn't.
Yeah, I do too.
Actually, no. I think I was watching Gisticle, and he rated Lycan. And I remember they were like, we got a hard out at 2:15. Lycan had to be up early or something. He's still fucking streaming. It's 3.
Crab, I have people that can verify it.
Well, let me skip.
The stuff you can. Here's like
skip to an
They're
out.
definitely freaky. They associate with a lot of those freaks. They're definitely freaky.
Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So Tipster just joined the call.
You know,
I just figured I'd hop in because, like, I've through the course of listening in, I've heard some questions that you guys had that, like, maybe I can answer or whatever.
Could you fill me on? Can you Steelman?
Are you saying pause?
Yeah, just pause real quick.
Okay. What's up?
How many subs does Tipster has versus this guy?
Tipster has 3. Is it like he's got like 100,000 plus? Something like that.
And he's going into a call with this 3,000 sub guy.
No. Kmplxity is the host of this. He only has about 300 subscribers, whereas Foodshops has about 3,000 subscribers.
Foodshops, okay.
Yeah, Foodshops is the one with the 3. And she even brings that up, like, you with such a big channel, what do you call it? You with such a big channel coming after me with such a small channel. It's like, yeah. It doesn't matter the size. It doesn't matter if you're a small channel or a big channel. You enjoy pedophilic stuff. Fuck you.
Yeah, going to this stream in general just like shows that, like, everything people are saying about you is getting to you, and you're giving them credence, brother.
Yeah, it's
Bo Black's position for me, so I can at least get a general idea of what he's saying. Because I don't know the context. I just like to hear from your perspective what you think he's trying to say.
If I can sum it up like as best as humanly possible, like the initial criticism was that like their website looks sketchy. The people that
So all of this stemmed from the fact that Tipster decided this debate, their confrontation is a couple of months ago. Tipster tweeted in support of some pro LGBTQ plus mafia, whatever, a charity or something. Bo Blacks in return retweeted it, saying that it looked like a sketchy organization, and now we're here because that's more.
Genuinely tried to warn him.
I don't know about genuinely tried to warn him, but he definitely was trying to make content. But literally tweets on Twitter is what got us here, people.
Run it. What credentials do they have to run an org like this? And then as they started to like dive into it more, one of the guys who was like one of the directors is into some kink stuff they find weird. So like that is like something they're trying to use to say that they're not credible enough to like be associated with the org. And then they also said like some like stuff they were doing in relation to like 9/11 roleplay is like weird, which yeah, it's a little weird, but
Yeah.
Sorry,
I don't necessarily see it as like invalidating their ability.
It's base though.
9/11 roleplay? That's wild, bro. Fucking wild.
Rule 34. Rule 34. If there's a kink, there's a porn.
To like run the org, but it's one of those things where they see it as like for some reason it makes them uncredible for running an org like that. I don't know, it just seems like a bunch of like really weird implications of like at one point he's like making the argument, or not making the argument, but he's making jokes, but they're still fucked up jokes about, oh, they're gonna like fly kids off to like Epstein's Island or like shit like that. It's the whole thing's just fucking retarded. Ultimately it just comes down to, hey, Tipster retweeted this thing, and so let's make it into something that it's not. Like, it's just really fucking stupid.
Okay, so I guess the insinuation from his end is that this guy's into weird kink play. I don't know if I trust that guy just because he's into weird kink play to run an organization. Is this like kink play like 9/11 stuff, like you said, or puppy play?
Well, my understanding of like the 9/11 thing is that apparently it's a because he's a 9/11 survivor, so like the roleplay thing is like a coping mechanism.
Now, I don't know if that's true. I didn't do much research into it. If that is true, I have to say then that's excusable, because everyone deals with trauma in a different way. And like, listen, there's legitimate cases of people who have been, great, and they turn around and now have a grape fetish or kink, and that's how they conquer their what do you call it, PTSD. That's how they conquer their fear and shit like that. It happens. It's documented. You can say it's weird all you want, but everyone handles trauma differently. If that's true, yeah, cool. It's still weird, and it's still also weird to put that out there for people to know.
That is something you just don't talk about.
Yeah.
Something like that. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
I don't know how that works. But when it comes to the kink stuff, he's into like puppy play, for example. And so like they find puppy play weird. And me personally, like, I don't give a fuck what somebody does in terms of their kinks in their private life. Like, I don't think that makes them any less capable of like helping out a charity or whatever.
Yeah, it's like it's understandable. Like somebody would be like, "That's fucking weird. You're a weirdo for that." But like that, what they do in their private bedroom, who fucking cares?
Yeah, ultimately
doesn't
the way
really
I see it is like, as long as you're not like fucking around with kids and as long as you're not hurting anybody, I don't care. So,
Okay.
and then the other thing is like he was like, "Oh, their website looks sketchy," and it's just like, I don't know, it looks like a pretty basic website to me. I mean, it's not the best website in the world, but they're also a new org, so
Find
what do you
me a
expect?
small nonprofit with a good website. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, they started like
Very
comparing
true.
it to another charity that does the same thing called Rainbow Railroad. And like the thing about Rainbow Railroad is it's like a lot more established. They've been around for a lot longer. They have a bunch more resources behind them. Like, of course they're gonna have a better that's what was the comparison is their website looks nicer. And it's like, okay, but like, do we have any proof of them
Listen, I'm
misusing
gonna be honest with
funds?
you.
Well,
I'm
no.
gonna be
Do
honest
we
with
have
you.
any
Hold on.
proof of them?
Yeah.
Rainbow Railroad sounds like a weird way to say you're running a gay train.
Yeah, it does, right? Like it's like when I heard that too, I was like, this
Sounds like that sounds like a borderline like Diddy party kind of thing.
Yeah, it does, huh? It's like, welcome to the Rainbow Railroad. Maybe it's what he means when someone's like taking cocaine or something, like riding the white pony. Oh my gosh, it's insane. Why do these orgs always come up with some of the weirdest shit, man?
You know, being like really shitty to people
Oh, I
in
haven't
terms
answered
of
that.
like
Hold
the
on,
org
I
while
haven't
trying
answered
to help
that.
people.
Yeah.
You wanna know why? You wanna know why they
Why?
come up with these weird names?
Why?
Because then they'd have to say gay furries for the neo-Nazi fascists against communism. Like their names would be weird as shit.
That is
And
true.
People, no, like the worst thing we have is this guy's into some kink shit, and then they also dug up some old Blue Sky
Zinc
posts that
mud.
this person made, which the
Mine would
Blue
be a
Sky
rocky
posts
road or
don't look
something.
great.
But it's the fact that
at
they're-
the
What
end
are
of the
the,
day, like,
It's the fact
What
that
do
it's
those,
all being done like out in the open. Like people want to support the charity, and it does give the charity a bad look. Am I saying like people should kink shame or anything? No, of course not. As somebody who has been, like, no, of course not. But at the same time, like, you don't just be so open about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bad look, especially if you're running an organization. Yeah, especially for supposedly disenfranchised people, like,
posts consist of?
I
Like,
think you mentioned you have those, right, Keldosh? I think Keldosh is
Say that again. I got distracted by
the
chat.
Blue Sky posts. I think you mentioned to
Yes,
me
I
that you
do have
those.
them. I can grab them if you would like.
Fucking neon.
Yeah, and my
Trigon.
understanding
Oh my
is like
God, dude.
when it comes to those,
I guess I'm
Look
gonna
at
have
the
to jump
comments.
over.
Look at the
Do they
fucking
call?
comment that he
Yeah, let me see. Which one? Yeah, they might be able to stop for banning it. Well, put someone in the works with a kink shame, but also remember some kinks are illegal. And yeah, very true. What if people have a grip it like legit? You are not wrong. 1,000 bottles of lube and a rainbow train.
They call
The Pony Express. Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh, Jesus
Let me just go ahead and zoop.
Pin.
Pinned, baby.
it's like the org had a conversation with them about those.
And even then, they're not. Like, I don't think the commentary community would care about them that much.
They absolutely would.
I know that they've brought them up on like Twitter and stuff, and I think that there's valid criticism to be had for the guy. His name's Animal. I think there's valid criticism to be had for Animal in regards to those messages because they're pretty fucked up. They claim that the context behind them is that they were being harassed by the people they were talking to on Blue Sky. But even so, if you're running an LGBT charity, probably not the best thing to be seen saying stuff like that.
It's not even about being
Because it was
seen
like,
that.
what was it, Keldosh? What were they saying again? I don't recall the exact like context
This
of like
is
the
such a
screenshots,
fucking
but you have them,
degenerate
so we'll see
debate.
them in a second.
I'm just gonna bring them up directly.
Well, it's a lot of sweeping for people who really don't need to be swept for. Like, you're literally defending all of this stuff, and it's like, dude, this isn't your battle. Like, this isn't for you to turn around and come out and try and defend this grown man doing some weird shit. Like, I get it. Like, Tipster came out as pan and whatever, and so he's got to turn around and like stick up for the people he thinks need him, right? But at the same time, dude, you're putting yourself in the crosshair, especially as somebody at this time who is saying like, oh, I don't want to be part of drama. It's like, but then you insert yourself into drama. Like, dude, stay consistent with your statements, man.
Guess you could say he dropped himself into an animal pit.
That was bad. Boo. Boo.
You said there was something alluding to that they don't work with kids at all or anything like that, or is it?
Yeah, I sent that to Keldosh. For some reason, I can't find the original video, but I have a clip where they talk about it. That like they don't. Essentially, what they say is they don't work with minors. They said something along the lines of they like would like to, potentially work with minors in the future, but like at the moment.
And that's where the issue comes into play.
And you've lost me.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, look, it's one thing to have it closeted, right? Like closing your you do this behind closed doors, but the simple fact that you're so open and proud about it is what's going to get people to turn around and be like, okay, but are you acting that way around the kids? Is that like, if you're so boisterously loud about your kinks and all that, I don't want my kids around that. Same as if like if you have kids in school and they're like, yeah, we're gonna have a tranny fairy tale day or whatever, where they like have drag queens come out and like read to the kids. It's like, no, that's not okay. Like, that's just, it's like, it's not right. Like, everybody has the right to opt out on that, or should have the right to opt out on that, especially as a parent.
It always goes back to what we started on. Leave the kids alone.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's really not.
This day, apparently it is.
I wake up every day. I don't even have to think about not doing that. I just don't.
Means to do
no,
so.
Kids, I'm worried
and then on
about
top
now.
of that, they talk about like
exactly
they'd have to go through official channels with like CPS and like family court.
Exactly, Sake. Like, as a parent, you should 100% have final say. It's the same thing with anything else, right? Like dissecting a frog, eating pork, like anything of that nature. If it's against your religion, or if it's against what you believe in, or it doesn't have to be against your religion. If it's just morally you don't want that, it shouldn't be something that's allowed, because, well, it's your child. Imagine if you were to go into like the superintendent and they're like, oh, this is okay. It's like, all right, cool. Let me come to your house and talk to your kid about whatever the fuck I want to then. Then what?
Listen. There are parents that don't think certain things that start with a V that are controversial and not good for the algorithm, that they shouldn't give their children those. And I think they're silly. I think they're very silly. But am I going to be mad and tell the school that they should not honor their wishes and give them resources to find ways around that? No, because guess what? We all have a difference of opinions, and I'm the asshole if I say just because your kid doesn't have what my kid has, they can't come here.
Right.
Which,
and
granted, there's health issues. There's a whole bunch of things that tell us the reason why that should be the way it is.
Right.
But it's not my decision to make, and I'm the asshole at that point.
I have a daughter, and I'm not happy when anybody forces anything on her. It's my responsibility. Exactly. It's your responsibility to raise her how you see right. It's literally, it's the same thing as like if I'm, and you know, people can be upset all they want about equating dogs to kids, but like if you're training a service dog or something, there's a reason why they don't allow anyone to touch it, no petting, no nothing, because when they're on the clock, they're working. You have to instill that foundation. And when children are growing up, it is the responsibility of the parents to instill the foundation that will grow the mind of the child and continue to and allow them to, you know, the tools of success. Now, of course, once the kid starts growing up and fucking around and doing all the wrong shit, then it's like, okay, you know, you can't do anything about that. Like, you know, but during such prime ages where the learning is all that they're doing, little sponges soaking up as much information as they can, you could end up confusing them, right? And I'm not saying confusing them as in like, oh, they don't know about their sexuality or whatever, but imagine having a 5-year-old come in and turn around and be like, I think I'm trans. And it's like, you don't even know what the fuck that means. Like, I'm, again, the Rainbow Mafia, I may call you that, but I support you 100%. Just Not with my kids, not in my schools, not in like outside of the world. I don't believe you should be attacked. I believe you should exist in life. But if I as a parent decide I do not want my child learning this stuff, it should be respected, because what's going to happen is hate crimes. If you're not going to respect my wishes, why should I respect yours?
Stuff like that to be able to do that. So they don't currently do that right now.
So I guess like the steel man, like some of the people on the other side, and I don't know if Bo Blacks is on the side. I would assume, I haven't seen, but he's probably thinking if he saw something that they're alluding to, possibly working with minors in the future or helping minors in the future, they're probably worried about, oh, are they gonna like groom them into getting HRT early or something like that when they shouldn't have it? Which is
that's not a bad quote at all, Sock. Someone once said, kids learn who they are by their friends while their foundation is formed by their parents. Absolutely. 100%. Your parent, like, there's a difference between morals and ideology. Your morals is how you interact with people. Your ideology is how you interact with the world. Your friends will shape who you are as a person in the sense of like your likes, because that's your age group, right? Your likes, what you're into, the things you like, the music you like, whoever it is that you are spending the most time with, those are the ones you're going to copy your whole identity off of. That's what children do. And if they're it's one of the reasons why they always tell you don't fall in with a bad crowd. Why? Because then you're going to start doing all the same stuff they do. Humans are community driven animals. We do, exactly. We do what is around our immediate group, and we follow it. We are a pack mentality animal. As much as we like to turn around and say we're not, like, shh. Now imagine if Tipster was your friend, bro. I would get blocked so fast. I couldn't be friends with Tipster. At the moment of
when it's too early, when is the perfect age to actually transition? Yeah.
So and Bo Black's actually
18 and plus. That's it. Once you have your autonomy, do with it as your life proceeds. But at the same time,
make that change. If you want to make that change, wait till you're out of my house, or wait until you can go somewhere else.
That was going to be my next thing.
I won't support you. Not that I won't support you, but I don't want to be part of the influence into that decision.
Right, and that's the other thing too, is like you might be 18, but if you're still under your parents' roof, you do not have autonomy over your life. Can you do what you want? Sure, but your parents still has the right to evict you. You can turn around and say, oh, it's a hate crime or whatever, but it's like, it would be the same thing as if you were like doing something wrong, stealing or involved in gangs or whatever. You're living under your parents' roof, or whomever is your caregiver, they have the right to evict you. You don't live there. You're not on the lease. You're not on you're not paying the mortgage or anything. You're not entitled to room and board.
Does like directly tweet out, it's the clip that I sent Keldos, but it's the clip like lacking like some of the.
Later, Ken. Have a good one. Sleep well, brother. Catch beauty sleep everyone tomorrow for the DSP Boogie stream. Yes, Ken will be live tomorrow reacting to Boogie and DSP on Level 1 podcast. Make sure to show up. We will definitely be tweeting it prior to it going live, possibly 30 minutes or so more. You guys did vote and you said you wanted to watch it live, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Everyone wish Ken a good night and sleep well, brother.
Context?
Good night.
Post like a version of the clip where it's like, oh, we would like to help kids, but we don't help kids right now. And the caption was just like, so there's the implication there, that like this is kind of sus in their eyes. And to me, I don't look at it as very sus when you see like the full clip, because they're talking about having to go through official channels like CPS and Family Court, the same channels you'd have to go through for a kid being in any abusive situation. Yeah. Which is kind of like what they do. They're trying to get LGBT people out of dangerous situations, whether they live in a state where they don't have access to like gender affirming care, or whether it's a case of like maybe they live in an abusive living situation because the people don't support them being LGBT. So let's help you find a safer place to live, that sort of thing. Like that's what the org is for. So they're basically in a situation where like if we had the resources to help minors, we would help minors, but we don't right now because we don't have those resources. We don't have the legal means to do that.
So I got a question Do you think there would be
No, I don't care
a
what
genuine concern if
there should be no organization that tries to infringe upon a parent's right.
I mean,
No.
CPS, it does that.
CPS is part of the government, and that's like a government funded for the child's best interest. And
Right,
that's
right.
like I'm not saying that's like a perfect example. I'm saying like whereas CPS probably shouldn't exist either, this definitely probably shouldn't exist. Like I understand that there are children that are in situations where they're not getting the care that they need for this kind of situation, whether it be they're a part of the LGBT community or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that this essentially this organization, as you described it, is essentially saying we're going to help fund them running away or them getting out of these situations where
if they're legitimately in danger or in abuse, yeah. I mean, you have to think about the fact that there is
situations, yes. In those situations, yes. But at that point, you call CPS. CPS is going to do more than this.
Not always, though. I mean, how many cases of CPS have they just been there and are like, nah, we're not going to do nothing, or everything looks fine, and then the child ends up dead?
That's fair.
And then you also have to think about the fact that like cults, right? Like any cult that's out there, they have private companies or private like retrieval people who will go into cults and like get the kids out and stuff like that because, you know, the government can't touch it because it's protected, because it doesn't abide by the law. It's not seen as a legitimate cult, right? It's seen as a religious freedom on acres of land. So it's out of federal jurisdiction.
Yeah, I just
No, I agree with you. Trust me. I 100% agree with what you're saying in the sense of like when it comes to like, oh, they're not letting me transition, so I need to run away. That's not abuse. I'm talking about you're gay, you're lesbian, whatever it is, and your parents are beating you because of it, or like trying to like pray the gay away, or that is when it's like, okay, get them out. But
there are situations where it warrants it, but at the same time, I'm also wondering, what does this organization do? Do they provide? They just provide money, monetary support. They don't have any hand in the government,
right? And that's the whole. That's the whole thing. The question is, okay, you're wanting to help kids in the future, but how? Like, what is
how
like?
Do you expect to be able to do that?
Exactly, and that's where I'm coming from when I say like CPS and stuff like that, things that are necessary. And sometimes it is necessary to break the law and go outside the law, because when, like I said, look at Ruby Ridge, federal government had zero jurisdiction there, even though they were like literally every time in these damn cults they're having, you know, sex with children, literal children under the age of 10. You know, like it sometimes it's necessary for people to take common sense along with Minecraft arrows.
Mm-hmm. You have nonprofit people actually expressing publicly, were these kink fetishes were private and exposed later? Like if there's like a public spread of that fetish that they have, could you say that was like irresponsible on their part, or there's something to be worried about on that end? Or do you feel like, who cares? Do you understand my question? I'm sorry, it's a little.
Yeah. So you're basically saying like if you're expressing your kinks publicly, like is that problematic for somebody who runs?
Well, if you're working on a nonprofit, especially, or something like a business, and like it's just maybe not the best optics wise or whatever.
I think it really depends.
Neon, go ahead and put whatever cult it is that you're talking about in the Discord, and we'll take a look.
Depends on like the context, right? Like if it's just a case of like for example, if he was like posting outright nudity and shit like that publicly, or like outright him involved in like literal fucking sex acts publicly while representing this org, that's not very professional. What I've seen so far is that's not really the case. Like there's been clips of him having podcast appearances talking about pup play, and there's like been photos posted publicly on I think a Tumblr blog of him like wearing like the pup play gear. But as far as like, I haven't seen anything that involves nudity, or I haven't seen anything that involves like explicit like sex acts or anything. So for me, it's like I don't really personally have an issue with that. I don't understand.
But the thing is, Tipster, you're not a parent. You're not looking at it from the lens of needing to protect your own flesh and blood. That's why you don't see an issue with it. That's the whole reason you don't think there's anything wrong with it.
understand the whole pup play thing, but I also don't kink shame.
Sure.
Sometimes
I
you
would wonder
should.
if there's a consistency on
Sometimes you
Boblex's
should.
part of if like
Especially you,
this
Tipster.
were
Sometimes
a
you should.
different
Yeah.
nonprofit, and that they were expressing their fetishes. I wonder if he would express the same sentiment of this guy probably is like creepy and I wouldn't want him to run a nonprofit. If it were like a straight guy or expressing some kink or fetish that's completely different. So I don't know.
Honestly, like
Yeah.
if I'm being completely honest and like charitable,
Yeah.
I think they probably would have a similar opinion, just because like that community is they're very immature when the subject of sexuality comes off.
So it's like you kind of see where they're going, right? This is like their Tipster is like trying to basically run sweeping organization. Like he's like, oh well, it's not really as bad as you guys think. Which to a degree, yes, them being so vocal about it isn't some terrible thing on its own. But if you're the face of a company that's saying that they're going to be protecting these things, being so loud and boisterous in ways that seen by the public eye isn't the best, it's going to bring on scrutiny and criticism. So you can't turn around and just be like, oh well, they don't deserve any criticism. It's like, no, you have to look at it from the lens. It would be like if this like Jeff Bezos during Amazon, if he was just like went onto a podcast and was like, yeah, I beat my wife sometimes, it happens, it is what, like, stocks would drop. Because it's like, whoa, what the, like, I don't want to support that. Like, it happens, and people need to. Tipster is just he's too debate bro brain, too content minded to have nuance in the real world
At all. Like they're not a very sex positive community.
I am gonna skip to where Foodshops actually joins in, because they have this continued dry talk, and then when Foodshops comes in, it actually gets like going.
So and very
Yeah.
I remember watching something.
jokes among whatever. But
But
to like make it into like,
trying to remember where
Yeah, and
she
on
jumps
this rainbow bridge for like
Sorry, I have to do admin.
Where are you?
Trying to have a serious conversation.
There
What
she
serious
is.
conversation?
There she is. Now she's jumping
6 days.
in
Well,
right here.
well. Hi, Kinkle.
So this is Foodshops.
What's up?
Tipster, how are you doing?
hey, how can I help you?
Trying to have a serious conversation.
What serious
Don't be a dick.
conversation?
Don't be a dick, food shop.
Oh boy.
Okay, I
Oh,
won't be a
boy.
dick. Okay.
I mean, I don't
Alright.
mind whatever you gotta say. Feel free to say it. I'm here.
oh
I'm
no,
a big
oh,
boy.
no.
I can handle it.
No, you. No, I'll keep saying no, because no, absolutely not. I will become dad.
Oh,
Wait,
that's,
no, Keldoj, you're cucking the content.
Oh my
Don't
I'm
cut
sorry.
the content.
Well,
ultimately,
that's my job.
ultimately,
Let
it's
Foodshops spit.
Kankle's.
Let
It's
Foodshops spit.
Kankle's. It's Kankle's stream. So whatever Kankle is willing to permit here, it's up to him.
Okay,
Right?
Kinkle, what do you permit? I would like to be kind to you.
What do I permit?
Mhm.
Whatever all of you are okay with.
You're all subs.
I have
No fucking moaning. Okay, that's all I want. Just no.
Well,
moaning.
yeah.
What
I've
the-
seen the moaning clips. I'm perfectly no. Don't do that.
What? Okay, why did you see the moaning clips?
You're a streamer? Content's out there?
Why? Why?
Oh,
I
shocker.
mean, I watch
know.
the stream sometimes, so that's why I've seen it.
Okay. All right. So, Tipster,
Okay.
you have made several streams on me, yes?
I mean, I covered you a couple times in relation to like the stuff that I found out about your interesting takes on Loli, but as far as
Sure.
like that was
Interesting takes. Dude literally said that they enjoy it, search it, and yoink it to it.
what, like 2 months ago or something? I haven't talked about you
Mhm.
since.
Sure. But I'm just curious, okay? Even though it's 2 months ago, right? Now with these streams, okay? And after Vosh has leaked, that folder, Why is it then that you went on to defend Vosh? Is it true that you defended Vosh?
It is true. He did.
So I
do it.
defended Vosh mainly in regards to H3. H3 was taking some of the clips that they had mentioned on stream out of context.
Have a good night, Neon. We know that it's the morning for you over there, brother. We appreciate you having stuck around as much as you did. We always appreciate you, man. Have a good one.
Thank you for stopping by.
That was my primary defense of Vosh. In regards to the actual folder stuff, my take on that was Vosh says that he didn't know it was Loli when he downloaded it. So I'm willing to be charitable and give him the benefit of the doubt on that.
But why? Why is the question? Why are you willing to be charitable and give him the benefit of the doubt that he didn't know it was Loli? That is, that's literally the rabbit hole you're going to go down, because then people are going to turn around and ask you, why are you giving him the benefit of the doubt? And your answer, you have to have a good answer as to why.
He's my newest dick to suck.
Well, at this point in time, Vosh had way more subscribers than Tipster did.
It's essentially my stance.
Okay, so if you can accept that, why can't you give me the benefit of the doubt as well at the time?
What benefit of the doubt is there to give you?
I will say Tipster is 100% right on this.
You literally said that you openly seek out and...
Okay, so if you can accept that, why can't you give me the benefit of the doubt as well at the time?
What benefit of the doubt is there to give you? You literally said that you openly seek out and consume Loli. There's no benefit of the doubt there. This isn't a case of like you saying, "Oh, I."
Socket Monster, he definitely does seem like he 100% is. Like if you know any drama with Tipster, he does the whole safe horny stuff on Twitter where he'll be like, "Ooh, you know, goth mommy, crush me with your thighs." Like basically, he tries to make it sound like it's a joke, but he's actually gooning for chicks. Sometimes, yes, it's so obviously a joke, but bro legit has fetishes and is very open about it. And it's like, and whenever he gets called on it, he does the Boblax thing where he's like, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. God, you can't take a joke. And it's like, bro, this is like the 100th female you've posted under, and some of them have even come out and said they don't want you doing it. Like, come on, man.
I didn't know it was Loli and I downloaded it. You're literally saying you sought it out and you not only like downloaded it, but you jerked off to it. That was your own words.
Whoa, hold on. Nobody said anything related to downloading Loli, okay? To be fair, I'm not the one that...
Yeah, I just look it up. That's it. He just looks it up. He doesn't download it to his hard drive. He doesn't need the FBI coming after him. God.
That's his defense.
That's his defense. Yeah.
That's his fucking defense. I'm sorry.
Her defense, but yeah.
Her? Whatever.
Okay, so are you viewing it? Are you viewing it?
Oh yeah, but then you would have to ask.
Oh my god, are you fucking with me right now?
So right matter now? Of fact of just, oh You're yeah, totally.
Brother is over there slow stroking it to drawn children. And he's just like, yay!
He's like, oh yeah, of course.
It's just not downloaded.
Yeah,
it's not downloaded.
I gotta hear that again. Oh my god.
Downloading Loli. Okay. To be fair, I'm not the one that downloaded.
Okay, so are you viewing it? Are you viewing it?
Oh yeah, but then you would have to ask Vosh as well. Do you honestly believe Vosh's story?
Like, no, yeah, his story, Vosh's story. I don't care what anyone says. Vosh is a complete and utter liar. I didn't know what it was. No. You, bro.
I said I'm willing to be charitable and give him the benefit of the doubt on that. You asked what my stance was, and I'm giving you my stance.
Dude, you would never do this.
Wait,
you would never.
Hold on. Wait, I think this is fair. Hold on.
Okay, but like, why am I gonna? No. Why am I gonna give the charitability to Foodshops when Foodshops literally admitted to seeking out the content intentionally and masturbating to it?
Hold on, I would rather.
Hey, here we go.
Someone like Foodshops say publicly, yeah, this is something I've done, yeah, and then instead of someone like Vosh, who had that shit leaked and is like, oh, I didn't even know it was Loli. Motherfucker, you know it's Loli. You've had past streams exposing, saying this is what Loli is. And, you know...
Oh, you're cutting
Emery,
out.
Your mic is going up.
Emery, Tipster is getting to you, okay?
Bro's
Bro,
lagging
why
out.
Look,
would,
Tim-
why would you even call into this place, bro? Why would you even call into
Is there
this
any
on
other
place?
topic.
questions you have?
They're gonna reiterate, but
Shots.
yeah.
Listen,
Like,
wait,
please.
Emery, you cut out. You have to repeat what you said. Okay, like.
Yeah, that cut out pretty bad.
I'm sorry.
Mm.
Where did it cut out? I'll repeat it again one more time. Sorry.
Yeah, just repeat
I'll
the
say
whole
it calmly
thing.
this time.
I don't know.
I would sooner trust somebody like Foodshops saying publicly, "Yeah, I masturbated to Loli," than I would trust somebody who had their Loli exposed publicly and then said, "Well, I think it's just goblin short stacks," when that's clearly not the case. And he's proven that's not the case because he's demonstrated on stream before in past streams saying, "This is Loli, and this is why some of these people are pedophiles because they're clearly into Loli." He knows what they look like. So
See, that's where you're mistaken, brother. I wouldn't trust any of you.
No, what he's saying is with Vosh is like
I
you
know.
can't
Oh,
trust.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
No, I wouldn't trust
I know.
anybody in this call. None of them are allowed to like be
I know
around
the
my
point.
kids. None of them are around.
I know the point he's trying to make. But fuck you. I don't care if you're open about it or if you're closeted about it. I don't give a fuck. Stay away from me.
Yeah, exactly. And his whole thing is like, I'd rather Foodshops be open about it than Vosh, who's denying it. And it's like, you aren't wrong, but they're both still disgusting human beings.
100%.
I don't buy the bullshit excuse of, like, I didn't know it was Loli. That's clearly a lie.
Yeah, Vosh 100% do.
Okay, I mean, ultimately, if that's the way you feel about it, that's totally fine. Obviously,
All
this
right,
is
that's how
a
you
discussion.
feel.
Yeah, again, it's sweeping. It's 100% the truth, Tips. They're like, there's enough context clues to know. Because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. If it wasn't bad, why did he react the way he did when it got exposed?
Mhm.
I was gonna say, hey, shout out to Abby in the chat. This is a classic podcast.
Yes,
This is. This one is. Oh my god.
What does Tipster think about, Keffels having Catboy Ranch? Is he okay with that?
Well, he was totally okay with it until she dropped him.
cool.
Until she
Yeah,
dropped him, and
yeah.
then she even tried downplaying the whole Catboy Ranch thing too. Yeah, and then she ended up. She was done using him. He was no longer like. He was no longer important to her because she couldn't like climb the ladder with him anymore, and so she tossed him under the bus.
About a public figure, and people are free to have whatever opinion they want.
Wait,
Ultimately, my ultimate feelings on it is that I'm willing to be charitable and assume that, or not assume rather, but I'm willing to be charitable and say like, okay, he says that he didn't know, so he didn't know.
But why? Why? What has he done that allows you to get to give him the benefit of the doubt? Yeah, and they definitely did use each other 100%. Like they both tried to use each other to climb up the ladder, Abby. But it's like, why, Tipster? Why? Like I know, obviously, since then, like with the whole Bo Blacks thing, he's come out and said like, oh, I defended a lot of people, blah 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 blah. But it's like, yes, but the whole reason you defended all of these enjoyers of Loli is so that way you could rise up in subs. And when people press you on that, you turn around and go, nah, that's not the reason why. Brother, just admit it. Like, that's the whole reason why you did it. Otherwise, why else would you go ahead and defend Loli? Like, it means nothing. Oh, I meant they used each other to be victim versus... Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, professional victims, 100%.
You would
Wait.
understand why we think that's grimy from you, right?
No, I don't think. I don't understand
wait, Tipster. I have a question. Let's just say that a person.
Okay, he's about to, or she is about to use this incredibly terrible analogy.
Admitted to murder, okay, and then we have another person
This is
who
not
you
the
know
same thing.
personally. Wait. Let me finish. You have another person who you know personally, okay, who goes like out there a whole entire excuse. So they have a body there. It just happened to be at the time at the house, and then basically everything lines up. But then the person who you know goes, hold on. Whoa, hold on. I accidentally discovered this body. I was sleepwalking, and then I dragged in this body. I
This
had
is the
sleepwalking
worst
issues.
analogy you can possibly make to prove your
Well,
point.
hold on, but that's exactly what you're saying here.
Yeah, that was a complete flop of trying to make an analogy to what is going on here. I see what he's saying, right? He's like the difference between somebody who admits to it versus there's somebody who has enough circumstantial evidence to make you believe that they did it. it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Tipster's just sweeping for Vosh. Like, oh my god.
That Vosh, he has every single bit that Lolly drawing, from what I hear. Okay, I haven't viewed it myself, but from what I hear, okay, is that it was one of them was lost media. Like the pornography was so obscure that it was lost media. Have you done any research on this?
This is a fantastical response. Now, mind you, Tipster has been defending Vosh this entire time, okay? Keep that in mind with this response.
Done any research
Why
on
would
what?
like go and look at the pictures? Like, what do you mean?
One of the pictures, again, is apparently what I've been told is lost media, as in you can't find the original source anymore. It is something in which you have to essentially dig it up on purpose, and it is lolicon. It is Loli.
I don't.
100%. And basically the artist that it's sourced from, that a lot of these pictures are sourced from, are all...
I don't know who's doing all the typing in the back, but you need your hands broken. Seriously, get the fuck out. Who still has mechanical keyboards nowadays? Jesus Christ.
Especially
Like
a streamer.
Exactly.
Loli artists. Like, they're known for being Loli artists. Like, 100%.
Dude's over there writing a damn novel on a typewriter, man.
Like, it's
No,
unmistakable.
it sounds like they're typing like one key at a time. It sounds like they're
Yeah, the
going
clink,
very
clink, clink, clink,
fucking
clink.
slow.
How's that, how do you reconcile with that?
I mean, I don't think I need to reconcile with it. I literally just said that I am willing to be charitable and give him the benefit of the doubt on that. That's all my stance is. So I don't understand what you want me to say.
Okay, have you seen the actual screenshot? Because maybe you know a little bit better, right? So I'm
Here
willing
we go.
to be
No,
shared
I
with you.
haven't.
No, I haven't. You are defending something you haven't even seen. Imagine that,
This is how
Tipster.
you fuck up. This is how you fuck up.
Imagine that. You are defending something you haven't even seen yet and saying it's not as bad as everyone's saying it, who has seen it. How in the world are you going to then turn around and be like, guys, it's not actually that bad. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, even though I've not seen any of the evidence. There's a...
Like, hold on.
Mhm.
This is like when my fiance told me her aunt's house was on fire.
Oh.
I said, and I quote, I said, "Oh, I'm sure it's not that bad." She sent me a video that they sent her.
Right.
Fucking engulfed. You are defending somebody where you do not know the full context, brother.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the worst part about
this
it...
is a common tipster L.
Yeah,
Common tipster L.
And the worst part about it is Vosh just like allowing these people to sweep for him and not even being like, no, actually it is that bad. At least Dr. Disrespect had the decency to tell his friends, like, I'm sorry you had to like defend me. You shouldn't, like, I mean, he didn't say you shouldn't, but he said something like, I'm sorry that you guys are caught up in this or something, which some people might look at as an admission of guilt.
I've been very
Okay.
open with the fact that I didn't take a look at the screenshots. No.
Okay, sure. So one of the folders, I'll just tell you from what other people, said before, and they can correct me. But one of the folders literally had, one of these like icon lolly things sticking out. Basically, it's not just like that folder in which he downloaded it accidentally. It's a folder in which he had to download and then drag into the folder, in order for it to be sorted. Does that make sense?
Yeah, brother had a spank bank.
Yeah, he literally had a folder where he had his sorting folder, and then within the sorting folder, he had folders of things that needed to be sorted. Again, if there was no problem, if it wasn't an issue, why did he react the way he did? He knew it was wrong. He knew it was bad. He knew it
When
didn't...
he opened it, he went, oh!
Yeah, he went, oh! And immediately tried to get it off screen as much as possible. Can they just not contact children or look at them in a sexual way? You know what, Socket Monster? It's beyond them, I guess. So again, like I said, it's really easy for me to wake up and not even have to think about not doing it. For these guys, I feel like it's an addiction. They're just like, oh, I gotta do it. I gotta. And then they're like, no, stop, don't think like that. It seems like they lose more times than they win.
I guess.
Yeah, so he had to do it on purpose, right? Like, again, this is why the murdered body in the house analogy is very appropriate.
Wait,
because
Foodshops.
I'm not.
That's not true. What you just said. That's not true. What Vosh said was
Oh,
that
yeah,
it was a to be sorted
correct.
folder,
Yeah,
so he downloaded everything to that folder, and then later on he would drag things out of it. So that was instead of
But he's still downloading it. That's a conscious act. That's the issue.
having a download.
He's still downloading for his spank bang.
Exactly.
Brother, okay. Simplest solution. Hey, go to fucking Pornhub.
Right, like we're gonna pretend like, oh, he didn't know that this was Loli, that he was downloading it, even though he was putting it in his horse porn folder as well. Like, come on now.
Folder where it says downloads. It's just he puts everything directly downloaded into to be sorted. That was the idea. Not that he had to drag it.
No.
From
There was a no. I'm talking about an additional folder inside of the unsorted folder. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, there was a second folder.
Yes. And
Oh.
again, I want somebody to correct me. If I got it factually wrong, because I want to get my facts right.
Sorry, who's downloading porn in bulk? Who in the fuck?
you.
See,
Thank you.
that's the bigger question here. Who the fuck downloads porn
No,
anymore?
that's not the bigger.
Yeah, no. Let him cook. Is the audio cut out for you too?
For them, yeah, it does. Like, cause they have like shitty internet, I guess, wherever they are. But you deserve it. You deserve it. That's the problem with you think you don't deserve it. You are a self-admitted pedophile. You enjoy animated CP. You deserve to be buried underneath the jail. Like, it's just that simple.
To them, it's not that simple. To them, they're like, I should be able to like what I want.
Yeah, to them, they're just maps.
I should be able to like kids if I want to. I should be able to like it.
I remember back in the day where it's like, where's the map? Where's the map? You know, on Dora. Now you got to go to schools and be like, shit, where's the map? Where's the map?
Where's the map?
Where's the map? Yeah, you want to know what the difference is? Is that when you're at 100,000 subscribers, more people are there to see your degeneracy when you're pointing it out on a person. Whereas 1,000K subscriber, there's only about 1,000 freaking viewers who are going to see it. It might not get the traction like a big channel would. The reason why you don't like it is because it was a much bigger spotlight on you than you could handle. That's the problem. Or for you, at least, that's the problem. Oh, you guys aren't getting no audio from the clip here. You guys just find. Oh shit, is that me then? Oh my god, you guys.
I was wondering, bro. Like the audio just stopped.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Hold on.
I was trying to do troubleshooting on my end to make sure,
make sure it wasn't you. It should be just fine. Hold on. Thanks for letting us know, Thermal Vision. Let me just
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for confirming I'm not crazy.
Let me go ahead and see what I could do here. I don't know if
and we called Ken the boomer.
But this is different. This happened like while we were streaming.
I'm kidding.
Some stuff you can't turn around and just be like, yeah, this is all. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if switching source there, switch that, and then let me switch it back. Let me switch it back and
memes.
Jump over here.
I don't want to hear that shit from
Do we have audio again, y'all?
Okay,
It
we're
looks
literally
like
talking
it.
about two.
Do we have audio? Do we have audio? I feel like we do. Did you hear
I
it?
think so. Hold on, let it play. Let the clip play, and then just
Completely different things. We're talking about somebody claiming.
For you, I might need to do this.
yeah, the stream has audio.
Yeah, the stream has audio.
Not me though.
Okay, there you go. I just redid it. I wonder if it was like maybe a level of inactivity or something here. Who knows?
Maybe.
What, it's been going for like 4. I'm just gonna go back about 5 minutes for y'all.
No.
Okay, sure. So one of the folders, I'll
All right. So I'm gonna let it play. If you guys have heard this part already, just let me know. If you have, then we're good. We'll just
skip like 30 seconds forward.
let's see,
Like,
what was
what they said.
what was the last thing that you heard?
I already heard them talking about like this.
and then drag into.
Yeah, this. Yeah, this
Okay.
I
argument,
guess.
Again, this is why the murdered body
How about that? Good place.
Okay,
or
that's
what?
perfect.
in the
perfect.
house analogy is very appropriate.
Wait, food
because
shops.
I'm not.
Food shops.
I'm not.
That's not true. What you just said. That's not true. What Vosh said was
Oh,
that
yeah,
it was a to be
Yeah,
sorted
I
folder.
forgot
So he downloaded everything to that folder, and then later.
Have a good one, Sake Monster. We appreciate you, brother. Definitely, you're always welcome, man. Enjoy. We know that it's a work night for everybody, and everyone's in different time zones. We appreciate you coming out. We'll probably be wrapping up here in a little bit, you guys, just because like we're getting to not necessarily the tail end, but like this conversation. Eventually, they start just talking past each other and talking in circles, and I'm not here for that. So,
Nope.
On, he would drag things out of it. So that was, instead of having a downloads folder where it says downloads, it's just he puts everything directly downloaded into to be sorted. That was the idea. Not that he had to drag it.
No.
From
There was a no. I'm talking about an additional folder inside of the unsorted folder. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, there was a second folder?
Yes. And
Oh.
again, I want somebody to correct me. If I got it factually wrong, because I want to get my facts right.
Sorry, who's downloading porn in bulk? Who in the fuck does
See,
that?
that's the bigger question here. Who the fuck downloads porn
No,
anymore?
that's not the bigger question.
No,
I think it's
porn-
I'm
normal
on
to download
food
porn.
shops.
It's fine.
Food shops. It's called a
Bulk.
joke. It's called a
Oh.
joke. Food shops.
No. Fair
Jeez.
enough.
It's
Fair enough.
nepotism.
Okay. All right. For the record, tipster. Okay. I will say.
I want to shoot whoever's typing. In not even in Minecraft. Like God, dude, it's so aggravating.
That if it weren't for the stuff, if it weren't for you coming after me, okay, I would have definitely felt worse for you, just mainly because you
So
you
then
do
you're not even
seem to
bringing
be-
it up because you care
No.
about the issue. You're
Hold
bringing it up
on,
because some
hold
fucking
on, hold on.
stupid personal beef. No, I don't want to hold on. You just talked
Don't
about
cut the
5
content.
minutes.
Don't cut the content.
No,
Shut
hold
up.
on.
Let it cook.
Hold on. Just let me.
What do you?
No. I'll let food
Huh?
shops give whatever criticism they
Hey.
want. They're welcome to
No, this
criticize
isn't
me.
even
I
a
criticize
criticism.
them, so it's fair.
This part isn't even a criticism, okay? So I actually do feel bad for you because I know what it's like to be dogpiled, canceled, and to be, covered in schmuck and schlop, and then argue with people who are calling in, and then, just arguing with me on Loli and stuff like that, right? Now, the thing is that I'm sure you also know what it feels like as well. When Bo Blacks, covers you, or Nicholas Diorio covers you, right? So you have to understand that when you 100K subscriber channel, all right, covers me and does that, that's a whole different thing.
And this is why I was saying that, like, The difference is because when you have 100K, you could put more eyes on some degenerate human being, whereas she would have liked it better for him to have been 1,000 subscriber, because then she felt like it would have been a more even fight. The problem is you're still a person who enjoys Loli. You're still in the wrong. You are still a bad human being.
From like
it's like essentially saying like I wanted somebody else to cover this where I could sweep it under the rug, but instead you covered it and put a big spotlight on it.
Exactly. Shining a light down.
1K subscriber channel covering me, right? So you have to understand from that perspective. I'm sure you understand how I feel, right? When you make a stream like that.
I mean, yeah, obviously people are going to be upset when somebody makes a stream about them, but I mean, at the same time, maybe you shouldn't publicly admit that you jerk off to Lolicon.
You should show
the Foodshops' response to this is immaculate.
the same energy you did to her to Vosh. I don't want to hear that shit from you, dude.
Okay, we're literally talking about two completely different things. We're talking about somebody claiming that they didn't realize it was Loli and when they downloaded it, and somebody who intentionally sought out Loli and admitting to jerking off to it.
Yeah, no,
do you know? Okay, wait. Do you know? Here's the thing. I'm sure you're very, sympathetic to neurotypical people. No,
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Wait, tipster.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Okay. Obviously, I shouldn't have admitted it. Okay. But here's the thing.
Obviously, I shouldn't have admitted that I was into Loli. Like, what? Obviously. That was my only mistake. The mistake wasn't being into it. The mistake was saying I was into it. God, yeah, what type of... Yeah, like, that's the problem. Like, do you really... Like, do these people really think, like, that's the issue here, is the fact that you were honest about it? No, the issue is that you did it. The issue is that you're continuing to do it.
It was okay that I committed murder. It's just that I shouldn't have admitted to committing it.
Exactly. Oh, my God.
Is that, at the time, obviously, I think that, compared to anything else, it's better to tell the truth and to have people evaluate me based on my true self rather than, a fake persona that I present online. Would you say that, that's probably, better?
100%, yeah.
Say that again?
But now we're judging you because you're your true
Loli,
self.
Wouldn't you want to know that they consume Loli so then you can decide whether or not to watch them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes, but then when it comes to criticism, the criticism is valid because you admitted to this thing. You admitted to being this deviant, this disgusting human being. Like, yes, you are correct that it's better to know it, but it doesn't make you like a good person because you admitted to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is that I have a dedication to my viewers. To be honest,
to your Loli loving viewers
and truthful. And a lot of people say that offline, I am in fact like literally the same person.
Which is bad. I would rather you be a character online. I'd rather you be fake and enjoy and pretend to enjoy it online than be admitting to the fact that you enjoy it offline too. Like, this isn't a defense.
All right, in every way.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like a self-crucifixion.
In every way, every manner. Obviously, less energy because I put more energy into my streams. But the thing is obviously you have to understand that, I feel as though sometimes that I'm being punished for being truthful. Now, here's the thing.
Yes, that's what happens if you go to the police. If you commit a crime, or obviously liking Loli isn't a crime in the States, but if you commit a crime and you are truthful about the fact that you did this crime, you are going to face the repercussions of that crime. Wild theory. Wild, I know, crazy.
I want to do whatever I want, and I want to have no repercussions for actions. Wah.
Exactly. And not only that, but it's like she thinks she's a good person because she admitted to enjoying it. Like, that's not how this works.
And you know what? I had Vosh never had that fuck up on stream, we probably would have never have known. Or it would come out eventually, probably. But, like, he would still be gooning in the shadows.
No, I'm pretty sure Foodshops came out publicly prior to the Vosh stuff.
No,
Either-
not that. I'm not her. I'm taking like Vosh in general.
Oh,
like, if he's
yeah,
not
yeah,
fucked up
yeah.
on the street. Like if he wouldn't have done that, we probably wouldn't have known. Like that's not
Yeah,
something.
but he
he
had
understands the nuance of hey, maybe
Yeah,
I just don't talk about it.
But he was also freaking like defending CP and the creation of CP and the selling and distribution of it long before his folder got leaked.
Yeah, he's a wild character.
Yeah, he's a useless piece of shit. Dude should be used to like mop floors. Like him, he should be used to mop floors.
You can
He
judge
looks
me
like a soy boy.
based on after the truth has been said. But, obviously, I don't really like people who kind of, hide the fact that, hey, by the way, I have this lost media lolly on my folder.
You just said that you
and,
would hide
all
it
these
if you
things, right?
could have.
Very true. Says that she did say that she shouldn't have admitted to it.
No, that is so wrong. There is a difference between telling every single little secret and telling secrets selectively to present an accurate picture of yourself, okay?
You see, I don't have any secrets. Being a pedo, just 100%, bro. Absolutely, just throwing it out there. I have a duty to my lolly enjoying customers to tell them that I too am a depraved piece of shit like they are. What type of brain rot needs to happen for this to be a good defense? Your Honor, my client might be a pedophile, but at least she admitted to it. And I think that counts for something. Yes,
Your
life
Honor,
in prison.
And then my response would be, Your Honor, see, they just self-admitted. Can we take the revolver and spin it now?
Yeah, like, where's the firing squad? Like, it's done and over with. Save the taxpayer some money. Like,
No, I don't even have to do that. I'll be honest. Your Honor, they just admitted it. I rest my case.
Yeah. Shut and done.
Case closed.
Exactly.
Case closed.
So the thing is obviously at the time, I couldn't keep a muzzle on myself,
Truth and
right?
selectively telling the truth. That's what you fucking sound like.
No. You misunderstand. You misunderstand.
I think my biggest thing is
There-
like a moment ago you said that like it's fine to criticize you for what you've said. That's what I did. That's
He is
exactly
true.
what I did.
Right,
is right.
but I'm talking more about the hypocrisy, right? For example, if the commentary community, okay, you're not part of it anymore. Again, I don't even like the commentary community. I don't, okay? The reason I don't is because, again, they would cover for people like Lyrics, while...
I don't like the commentary community because they call out bad actors like me.
Pretty much. And I will say this, Lyrics, like, after the debates and stuff that we've seen, like, I mean, bro, you got some... You wear your feelings on your shoulder for some reason, and I don't know why, but it is what it is.
While they are going after people like me, right?
People like you are not an endangered species. You should be, but you are not. And the reason people are going after you again is because you have admitted to enjoying lolly. It's almost like most of the world is not okay with pedophiles. It's insane.
You are a potential threat to society.
Exactly.
But the thing is I value consistency above all else. If you're gonna be
a pedophile, at least you better be consistent about it.
That's what you value above all else? Nice, yeah.
Yeah, not morals, not ideology, not, just all consistency.
Bullying somebody, you better be bullying consistently, right? So the thing is...
Oh, I do.
You cover for Vosh, even though he gave the most bullshit excuse. And then you went after me, right? So doesn't it seem like maybe this isn't your battle to fight? Especially when you self-inserted yourself into the drama.
Hey,
It's unfortunate that she's correct here because it really isn't his battle to fight because he's fighting. He's literally going after somebody who admitted to enjoying lolly and defending somebody who very obviously enjoys it and more. Like you can't turn around and say, oh, well, you're bad because you admitted it and he's good because he's lying about it. Like that doesn't work. That's not how, at least that's not how like deductive reasoning it works.
End this right now because there's a really easy explanation for this, and
it's because Tipster wanted to climb the social ladder. That's the explanation.
Super simple, but you need to be quiet, okay, for like 2 seconds. Sure. First of all, most people are going to give more charitability to their friends than to just like random people that they
It's
know.
not even that
people-
because I'm not friends with Vosh. So like I have to stop you there, Keldo. It's just not even a case of that.
Well, okay, regardless, let me rephrase.
But you are friends with Keffels, who was defending Vosh at the time. Or you were friends with Keffels, who was defending Vosh at the time.
Listen, if I'm not friends with somebody and something like this comes out, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I don't care. Like until if he is giving them the benefit of the doubt,
Mm-hmm.
why is he here? Just
Yeah.
shut up and leave. Like let Keffels do the running back.
Exactly. Just let it go.
Like he really has like no place in this argument other than the fact that he's saying, "Oh yeah, no, it's okay for him to do it, but not you."
Right, and no matter what, it's like, imagine if you're Vosh, you just want people to stop defending you. You want people to stop talking about it, because if they're defending you, then they're talking about it. Like, you want it to just go away. But it's never going to go away because he doubles and triples and quadruples down on it.
People are willing
That's
to
even
give
worse.
And it is also worse. She's not wrong. It's even worse that you're sweeping for somebody you're not even friends with.
Be quiet.
Because now it just seems like he's a cloud chaser, right? Like, to be fair, like
Mhm.
like
We're all
why,
cloud
like why
chasers
would you?
because we're all streamers. So
I mean,
Yes,
all it
yes,
was, all it was is
true.
in the
okay.
garbage.
No.
What
But I mean to a degree where you're being dishonest, right?
Look,
Because Yeah.
No. This is us
both of
essentially
you,
doing
you need to
what
be quiet
exactly.
so I can talk, okay? Because
Okay.
I've been trying to talk and you're not being quiet, okay? Here's the thing. Maybe not friends, but people are willing to be more charitable to people that they know. I personally don't believe that he didn't know either. But at the same time, like, if Tipster wants to give him that charitability, it's like a natural human thing to do. Does it necessarily mean it's correct? No. But at the same time, again, it's people. If you know people, or if you work with people, or if you have some kind of, personal relation with them, you might be willing to give them that charitability.
And that's pretty much where I'm going to stop it right there. Because it's like, yeah, it's true. But then they just get into, oh, well, we're not friends, or this or that, or, oh, you're just defending him, blah, 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 blah. Just nothing but talk.
Walking in circles.
Yeah.
Over something that's already been discussed.
Right. It's like, Tipster can say that he's not friends with Vosh all he wants. But the fact is that Vosh is like extremely like pro-left. So he's going to defend him just based off of that, because he was trying to do the whole woke grift around this time. So naturally he needs to find allies. Well, to those of you who are still with us, and we know it's late, we appreciate you guys. To everybody who came out, everyone who's going to be looking at the VOD, I will be cutting this up between the reaction with Wings and then the reaction with Tipster and freaking Foodshops, of course. But we appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the donators. We appreciate all the members. We appreciate all of you guys. And we will continue to do the best that we can to provide you guys with what you guys enjoy watching. Thank you for coming out with us on this Monday night. We know that a lot of you have work. A lot of you have already went to bed, and we appreciate you guys coming out.
Yeah, thank you very much for everybody. And of course, check out some other projects. Check out 3XP whenever it drops tomorrow, Triple XP when it drops tomorrow. Members, if you haven't checked it out already, you can check it out now, and you can check out the sneak peek.
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, we have our own socials. Kmplxity's got its own channel. I've got my own channel. I'm working on a project that I'll be releasing throughout this week as well, into next week, leading up to Black Ops 6. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And
and
don't forget,
tomorrow's
stream. Tomorrow's stream, Ken will be out there. So, everybody, you have a wonderful night. Enjoy yourselves. Get some rest. And we are gonna go. Bye-bye.